That's right. I'm happy to start. Scott, you've talked a lot about character and culture this year, and digging deep in the second half in that game, that showed plenty of it.
Yep. I'm proud. I don't know what to tell you. These guys have been incredible. It's emotional for me to invest the way we've invested in each other, and they're an amazing group.
There's a lot you should be proud of. I mean, you were getting dominated on the rebounding count at half time. You weren't shooting the ball great, but you dug deep. You were able to turn it around. You stuck to the game plan and kept shooting, and the shots started to fall. But also, you fixed up the rebounding, and there was just so much to like about what you did in the second half.
Yeah, the second half, obviously, we were a little bit out of characteristic. I think, giving up 48 points is just not what we normally would be doing. I challenged these guys at halftime to clean up a few areas. We've only really been embarrassed, I think, one time by Illawarra, and I reminded them that, we were on track to lay another egg here, no pun intended with Easter, but we were on track to not do very well, and these guys just responded to a little bit of a pep talk, and their character and their fight and their grit was amazing, and the defensive effort of the second half was fantastic.
We have talked a lot about the offensive game that Josh Adams has, and he hit big shots again tonight, but he's really got stuck in defensively as well, and his block at the end there on Mitch Creek was massive.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously a heck of an athlete, and when he's locked in, he's tough to deal with. And I think he got a little sideways a little bit early or late in the second quarter there, and just pulled him out and let him regroup. And he had a fantastic second half. But we all did in the second half. They all responded. They all did their jobs. We put guys in, and every guy that came off the bench impacted the game in some fashion or form. And we've been stressing that all along to just do your job. Yeah, the guys just did a heck of a job. I don't have a lot of words to say this evening just because it's kind of emotional just for me just to see where this team has come from. I think we were 2-6 at one point, and now we have flipped the script and we've gone 14-5, and just a great effort by my staff and these players.
That's okay. I think Jack can do a lot of talking.
Yeah. Happy Jack is full of a lot of words.
I mean, Jack, we've always seen that you could have this sort of an impact in the NBL in your time in Adelaide, and it's so good to be able to see you realising what you were capable of. How good of a feeling is it for you to be playing such a big role on a team that's playing so well and still in a playoff contention?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it takes so many people to believe in you, and so many pieces to fall right for you to go out there and play well. And Coach believes in me. We got some incredible talent. I mean, Jet makes everything easy for me out there. I just run into screens and kind of catch and shoot the ball, and Jet does everything else. So I'm just out there having fun and trying to learn as much as I can, and I enjoy coming to work every single day, and that's what I love to do.
You've always loved the big moments as well, and it really there was no bigger moments for your season than the second half in this game because of what was on the line. And how nice of a feeling is it to have played a big part in what's a massive win for the team?
Yeah, no, it feels good. It feels good. I do my riding every morning and look in the mirror and I'm like, I make big shots. I say it all the time. Everyone makes fun of me, and to come out there and make some big shots and help us get the win. That's every 5-year-old's dream. So
it's more than the shots as well. I mean, you've had to play undersized against a lot of big bodies, and you did that again today. And it's your rebounding, it's your defense. I mean, you're doing a lot more than just hitting shots too.
I appreciate it. No, Coach challenged me for the start of the year. He said, you got to be better. If you want to play for me, you have to play defense. And I trusted him, and we do a lot of defense. And I think it helped me a lot, really learning the concepts and watching a lot more film than I ever have. And, Clint talking to me, the assistant coaches staying on me, and all of that was the process that helped me to play today.
What's the feeling like now, knowing that you've got one game to go, you're playing the league leaders at home, and if you win that game, you might be still alive and make it, or you might not. You don't quite know. It depends on what happens on Friday and Sunday with other games. But what's the feeling like knowing you're in that position?
I think it's just fun. We get to show up to work on Tuesday and get better and improve. And keep working on what we've been working on, and that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do as a coach. It's what you want to do as a player, is to come into work, have fun, learn, and keep building what we're doing.
Hey Scott, Jared Lawler from the Mercury. How you going?
Hey, Jared.
Congrats on the
Thanks.
win.
Appreciate it.
Obviously very emotional, so I've just got to.
That's all right.
If I can, mate. You mentioned the other day that not many people would have thought at the start of the season you guys would still be in the hunt for, playoffs at this time of year. It's been a hugely successful season for you guys, both on and off the court. I just wanted to get, I guess, your take, regardless if you can make the playoffs or not. What you've thought of how successful the debut season has been, both on and off the court.
Yeah, I've said it in different ways, and I wanted character, and that was my number one thing when I was selecting these players. And I wanted humble guys that were going to be hungry, that were maybe some underdogs that were going to come out of their shell and do something different and go on this journey with me. And they've been fantastic on and off the floor, and we've maneuvered through COVID, and we really haven't got out as much as I'd like with our fan base. That's still a huge area that we can grow. Our home crowds have been spectacular, and I don't think it's going to be any different for our last game. And I've said that we do the process. We go week by week. We never talked about Southeast until this morning, to be honest with you. And we flip the page and have a few days off and have a great Easter, and then we just focus on United and go through the process. And, as I mentioned before, the 28th game will be where we're supposed to be if we take care of our business. And we control what we control, and that's what's in front of us.
Absolutely. And just one on the fellow beside you.
Yep.
You mentioned probably a month or so into the season, I remember multiple times, you sort of said that you needed to get Jack more involved.
Yep.
And that was a big focus. That slowly evolved, and he started getting more looks and more involved in the action. How big has Jack been, I guess, since that happened for the rest of the season?
Yeah, he's been fantastic. Obviously, we had a little bit of a slow start offensively, and we had things to figure out. That's, my fault in some areas, but I thought we had to have a defensive team first and that mindset to build this foundation and this franchise moving forward. So when you put on the jersey, you have to play defense when you come here. And, he's made a huge sacrifice. When I talked with him, I obviously said, you're no longer going to be a 3, you're going to be a 4. And he was probably the one that made the biggest adjustment of sliding over a position, and now he's even playing some 5. And we knew he's capable. I did too. And, as long as I'm in a jack jumper seat coaching him, he ain't going nowhere. And he's been fantastic. His personality is infectious. He's a pro, and he's learning, and he's still young. And I'm excited about his future.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Jack and Scott. Great win, lads.
Appreciate it.